Hey everyone! If you're ambitious, always thinking ahead, and have that inner drive to succeed, this video is for you. Today we're tackling the big question: should you start your own business or climb the corporate ladder? First up, let's bust a myth, the idea that only entrepreneurs are smart or strategic. That's totally false. There are brilliant minds in both worlds. Plenty of successful entrepreneurs could use a little more structure. And loads of people absolutely thrive in the corporate setting. Success isn't about the path, it's about your mindset. So, let's explore both options and find out where your talents and ambition will shine brightest. Job versus business, the basics. Okay, let's lay out the pros and cons of each route to get us started. With a traditional job, you'll gain stability. Expect a predictable income and benefits. Plus, you'll gain access to company tools and training, which can be a huge advantage. Another bonus: mentorship. Opportunities to learn from experienced colleagues are everywhere, allowing you to really hone your skills in a specific niche. Of course, with jobs there are downsides. Your salary potential will always have a ceiling, no matter how brilliantly you perform. Also, major decisions usually aren't yours to make. You might find the pace a bit frustrating, with lots of bureaucracy and processes to get through. Finally, there's less opportunity for full creative ownership, as your best ideas might not get fully realized through the company structure. Now, on the business side, there's the potential for unlimited growth. With success, your income can skyrocket. Plus, you're in charge. You'll call the shots and decide your direction. You have the power to build something from the ground up and truly make an impact. And if you play your cards right, you could create a legacy, something to pass on or even sell for a major profit. But remember, businesses also come with serious downsides. There's a much higher risk involved, and ultimately, you could lose money. The stress factor is huge. The weight of everything is on your shoulders 24/7. Also, because there's less structure in place, you'll need to create your own processes and systems. And while exciting, income fluctuations are the norm, especially in the early days or during tough economic times. The smart factor in either path. Here's the exciting part: if you're smart and ambitious, those traits translate into major advantages in any setting. Whether you're building a business or climbing the corporate ranks, you'll negotiate better, see untapped opportunities, and make those strategic moves that propel you forward. The real difference: your goals. The key question isn't who's smarter, but what makes you tick. Ask yourself, do you crave that total control and the adrenaline rush of building your own thing, even with the risk involved? That's the entrepreneurial spirit. Do you prefer structure, collaboration, and a steady paycheck? A fulfilling job might suit you better. Want proof? Think about Jeff Bezos, the ultimate entrepreneurial success story. But let's not forget equally brilliant minds like Satya Nadella, who became CEO of Microsoft, or Sheryl Sandberg of Meta. All achieved amazing things by taking different paths. Top 10 business and career options for the shrewd and sharp. Ready to figure out your perfect path? Let's dive into our top 10 career options for the shrewd and sharp. Remember, there's no right or wrong here, just the right fit for you. 1. Tech startup. Imagine creating the next disruptive app, software, or tech gadget that revolutionizes how we live or work. That's the thrilling world of tech startups. It all starts with a brilliant idea, but be warned, building a tech product and finding a market can be a wild ride. Costs vary drastically. Think expensive software developers, major marketing campaigns, and everything in between. To succeed, you'll need to validate your idea, make sure people actually need what you're building. Then, create a basic version of your product, assemble a rockstar team, and potentially hunt for early funding. The biggest mistakes: building something nobody wants, forgetting to market it, and having no clue how you'll actually make money. Here's how to maximize your earnings. Target super profitable markets like the US, Western Europe, or parts of Asia. Focus like a laser on making your product user-friendly, And think about those recurring revenue models like subscriptions for stability. Who's your ideal customer? Tech-loving early adopters, businesses desperate for efficiency solutions, anyone who loves innovation. Of course, the potential here is mind-boggling. You could fail spectacularly, or become the next tech unicorn worth millions, even billions. Think Elon Musk with Tesla and SpaceX, or Steve Jobs and Apple, they all started somewhere. Just remember, the competition is fierce. Other startups are always fighting for attention, and if you're successful, big tech companies might just copy your idea. You'll need to be visionary, incredibly adaptable, and comfortable with constant change and high risk. 2. Investment banking. Ready to enter the high-stakes world of mergers and acquisitions? That's investment banking. They're the advisors who help huge corporations raise money, buy other companies, and make those massive financial deals. The cool part? You won't need tons of money to get started, mainly investing in a top degree and honing those networking skills. The path is clear: get an MBA or a finance-focused degree, network like crazy, and crush those seriously tough interviews to land a coveted spot at a major bank. Watch out for common pitfalls like losing mega deals because of a mistake, or burning out in the notoriously demanding work culture. If you want to maximize profits, work for the biggest banks in financial powerhouses like New York, London, or Hong Kong. Specializing in a hot industry will also boost your value. Who will you be working with? Giant corporations, private equity firms, anyone with deep pockets and big ambitions. The money in investment banking is incredible. Expect a six-figure salary even as a newbie analyst, with insane bonuses if you close those big deals. Think of giants like Jamie Dimon of JP Morgan Chase or the legendary Warren Buffett. They built massive wealth in this field. But be prepared for major competition. Banks are always fighting for the best minds, and some companies are building their own in-house finance teams. You'll need to be super analytical, detail-oriented, thrive under unbelievable pressure, and have the charm to persuade even the most demanding clients. 3. Management consulting. Picture yourself as the go-to problem solver for major businesses. That's the world of management consulting. You're the expert companies hire to improve efficiency, boost profits, or solve those complex challenges they can't crack on their own. The good news? Your startup cost is minimal. You're mainly selling your brains and your time. To get started, you'll want to get experience at a top firm or earn a specialized degree. Then it's all about building your reputation and finding clients who need your expertise. Avoid the big rookie mistakes like promising the moon and failing to deliver, or not finding your own lucrative niche within the consulting world. Here's how to maximize profits. Target those booming economies and high-paying industries. That's where companies are willing to pay for your advice. Become the go-to expert in a specific area, like supply chain management or digital transformation, and charge accordingly. Businesses of all sizes, from scrappy startups to massive multinationals, seek out top consultants when they need that fresh, strategic perspective. The income potential is fantastic. Successful consultants easily make six figures or much more, especially those who become known as the top minds in their field. Speaking of top minds, think of the global giants like McKinsey, Bain, and the Boston Consulting Group. Many successful entrepreneurs got their start in the consulting world. Of course, you'll face competition, other firms, both big and small, or companies bringing strategists in-house. You'll need to be a problem-solving whiz, incredibly analytical, and able to tailor your approach to each client's unique needs. 4. Corporate law. Ready to navigate the complex world of mergers, acquisitions, and all those high-stakes legal matters businesses face? That's corporate law. Luckily, beyond the cost of your law degree and getting licensed, your startup costs are low. To build a successful career, think about specializing. Intellectual property, tech law, or international transactions are all hot areas where companies will pay for your expertise. The biggest no-nos in this field? Missing something major that causes a client to lose a case, or giving advice that gets them in serious legal trouble. Want to maximize your earnings? Aim for top law firms in major financial centers, or establish yourself as the sought-after expert in a niche area of corporate law. From scrappy startups to global giants, businesses of all sizes need sharp legal minds. The potential earnings here are seriously lucrative, especially if you handle high-stakes, complex work. Think of examples like Amal Clooney, known for her work in international human rights law, or major players like Skadden Arps or the global firm Clifford Chance. Just remember, you'll face competition from other firms, and some companies are building their own legal teams. To succeed, you'll need to be meticulous, persuasive, incredibly ethical, and thrive on understanding those intricate legal concepts. 5. Venture capital. Imagine being the one to discover the next Google or Uber before it even hits the big time. That's the high-stakes world of venture capital VC. VCs are the investors who fund promising tech startups, often offering mentorship and guidance to help them explode in value. To get started in VC, it's usually about joining an established firm, as most investors pool their money for larger investments. You'll need a proven track record either with successful startups, in other areas of finance, or a deep understanding of the tech landscape. Plus, those networking skills are essential for spotting emerging talent in the startup scene. The biggest mistakes a VC can make? Backing a company that bombs spectacularly or missing out on the next big thing because they didn't see its potential. But when you get it right, the profits are massive. Imagine getting in on the ground floor of a startup that goes on to have a huge IPO or gets acquired by a tech giant. That's how VC partners become millionaires, even billionaires. Think of giants like Sequoia Capital or Excel Partners, who've backed countless companies you use every day. Or consider individual VCs like Peter Thiel, co-founder of PayPal, who's now a major Silicon Valley player. Of course, competition is fierce, with other VC firms always searching for that winning startup. To succeed, you need a sharp eye for innovation, those top-notch analytical skills, a tolerance for risk, and the ability to network like a champ. 6. Business analysis. Love digging into data to uncover hidden trends and opportunities? That's what business analysts do. They're the competitive intelligence experts, studying the market, competitors, and figuring out how to give businesses that strategic edge. Luckily, the startup cost here is low, mainly investing in potential certifications or specialized software. The path usually involves gaining experience at a corporation or consulting firm, mastering data analysis tools, and carving out expertise in a specific industry. The worst mistakes? Letting bad data lead to poor business decisions, or not being able to clearly explain those complex findings in a way executives understand. To maximize earnings, target high-paying industries within booming economies. That's where companies are desperate for those data-driven insights. You can also become a sought-after freelance analyst, charging your own premium rates. Businesses of all sizes, across all sectors, need business analysts to make informed decisions. The income potential is fantastic, with comfortable six-figure salaries common, especially if you become the go-to expert in a hot industry. Internationally, think about companies like Gartner or Forrester Research, well known for their business analysis reports. Many successful strategists have these analytical skills as part of their toolkit. Of course, you'll face competition, other analysts, market research teams within large companies, you name it. If you have an analytical mind, a love for digging into data, and a talent for making insights actionable, business analysis might be the path for you. 8. Financial planning. Ready to manage the massive fortunes of the wealthy? That's what financial planners do. They help high-net-worth individuals grow their money, plan for a luxurious retirement, and figure out those complex tax situations most of us never have to think about. Luckily, startup costs are mostly about getting the right certifications and spending time finding clients. First, get relevant licenses and decide on your niche. Will you focus on helping business owners, doctors, folks about to retire? The biggest mistakes a planner can make are losing a client's money through bad investments, or getting in legal hot water for doing things that aren't compliant. To really maximize your earnings, you'll need a large number of wealthy clients who trust you with their significant assets. Become the expert in your niche, especially within a high-income market. Who are you working with? Think of those affluent individuals and families with so much money they need expert help to manage it all. The income potential here is fantastic, especially if you become the advisor everyone in your niche wants to work with. Internationally, consider the private wealth management divisions of huge banks like UBS or Credit Suisse. You'll also find individual advisors who manage insane portfolios for celebrities and billionaires. Naturally, you'll face competition from other planners, traditional private banks, and even those new robo-advisors offering automated services. It takes a special personality to succeed here. You need to be trustworthy, meticulous with money, build strong client relationships, and understand investing inside and out. 9. Real estate development. Imagine transforming empty lots into bustling shopping centers, sleek office towers, or those luxurious apartment buildings that redefine city skylines. That's the exciting world of real estate development. It takes serious money to play this game. Costs range from smaller deals you might fund yourself to massive projects costing millions, even billions. To get started, you'll need a rock-solid network of investors, realtors, and the best contractors in town. Understanding local markets is absolutely essential. The classic rookie mistakes? Blowing your budget on construction, forgetting about those ongoing expenses, while the property sits empty, or completely misreading demand and ending up with a ghost town instead of a cash cow. Here's how the pros maximize profits. They target those booming cities where businesses and people are desperate for new space. They also become known for a specific niche, maybe ultra-luxury development, or those sustainable buildings that are the future of real estate. Who's your customer? Think businesses of all sizes needing space, investors hungry for a profitable asset, and even wealthy individuals looking to diversify their holdings. The potential earnings here are huge, but it depends on the size of your deals and those ever-changing market conditions. You could generate steady income or make a truly massive profit by flipping the right property at the right time. Think about international giants like the related companies, responsible for major projects worldwide. Or consider real estate investment trusts REITs, which allow smaller investors to get a piece of the action. Of course, you'll face competition. Other developers, property managers, and investors are always hunting for that next big score. To succeed, you'll need to be comfortable with risk, a decisive dealmaker, excellent at negotiation, and able to manage a whole crew of people on those complex projects. 10. Executive leadership. Ready to become the ultimate corporate boss? That's what CEOs do. As the leader of a major company, you get to chart the course, inspire teams to innovate, and make those massive decisions that shape the business. It takes serious time and effort to climb to this level, years of experience, strategic wins in those lower leadership roles, and usually a fancy MBA is par for the course. Your success record is your ticket to the top. You'll need a reputation for visionary thinking, managing huge teams, and constantly networking with the kind of people who sit on corporate boards. Big mistakes at this level: think strategic failures, ethics scandals, or not meeting those shareholder expectations can get you fired faster than you can say golden parachute. But the rewards if you succeed are mind-blowing. Think multi-million-dollar salaries, stock options that could make you insanely wealthy, and the chance to build a legacy that lasts long after you retire. Only the most driven, savvy, and results-oriented folks end up in the CEO chair, and usually within those giant multinational corporations. The income potential is, frankly, ridiculous, especially if you're leading a company that does incredibly well during your time as CEO. Think about icons like Steve Jobs, who revolutionized Apple, Elon Musk, who's now doing the seemingly impossible with Tesla and SpaceX, or Jeff Bezos, who built Amazon into a globally dominant force. Naturally, competition is fierce, with rising stars within the company and experienced executives at other firms all gunning for that top spot. If you're a visionary leader, relentless under pressure, and capable of making big decisions with the best information available, you just might have what it takes. That wraps up our exploration of exciting career paths for those with ambition and a sharp mind. Remember, there's no single path that's better than another. The key is understanding your unique strengths, your biggest goals, and what truly makes you tick. Whether you dream of building an innovative startup or leading a global corporation, we wish you all the best on your journey. Challenges are inevitable, so don't hesitate to ask for help or insights. Leave a comment below, and someone with experience in your chosen field might offer advice or encouragement. It takes a village, regardless of where you're located. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos exploring job and business opportunities around the world.